Hey guys, my name is Freedom. Today I'm going to show you how to make any new clothes for your CC4 3D avatar by using the Marvelous Designer. So start from now, I'm going to show you all the step by step. Now you are in CC4 Character Creator 4. Let's say I want to make new clothes for CC4 Camilla. And the first step, what I need to do is just remove the existing clothes. Then make a T-pose in CC4 first. To make a T-pose, I go to here, click, scroll down until here you can see a pose. Go to the calibrations, a T-pose, drag and drop the T-pose to CC4 Camilla. So once done, next just export as FBX. Click File, Export, FBX, a cloth character. Then as demo, I'm going to just choose the Maya is okay. Just choose the mesh only. Then, choose the mesh and motions. Just use the current pose. Then click here, make sure the bind pose is also the T pose. Just make everything in T pose. Just make your life easier. Just export, click OK. Choose the desktop. I right click, create a new folder, Camilla, T-pose. Then name this as Camilla T-pose. Then click save. It is going to export as FBX file. Just wait for a while. Now it is exporting the T-pose. So now you can see it done. This is the FBX file. Next, just go to the Marvelous Designer, click File, Import the FBX from desktop Camilla T-pose, click open. Then the scale, just choose auto scale, click OK. Now the Marvelous Designer is importing the CC4 Camilla FBX file. Just wait for a while. Now you can see it almost finished loading. Now you can see I use right click, hold the right click, I can rotate. Then hold the middle button, I can move the camera. And now you can see this. Alright, now I'm going to make a new cloth for CC4 Camilla. So here I will just click polygon. And first I'm going to make the front. Make the front. Like this. Alright, again. So as demo, I just make it easy. A really simple cloth. Okay, now this is a cloth mesh, and next I'm going to create one more. So before that, I just this one. I click here to just select this and move it away to here first. Now I want to create one more, is for the back. Right, to create one more, I'm going to delete the hair. Wait, Ctrl Z, just don't touch this first. Create one more, the cloth mesh for the back. Click here again. Just for the back. Alright, for the back done. Then from here you can see one is the front, one is the back. For the back one, you need to move it to behind at the same time, you need to rotate it to make sure the front is facing back. You can see one side is dark, then one side is bright. The bright ones, you must make sure it face outside. So next, we are going to start the sewing process. As this is just a demo, so I'm going to just make it really simple cloth. The sewing is at here. I choose free sewing. Then you can see now this one, the direction already turned. That means when you are sewing, you must make sure it is a cross sewing. Just for example, now start the free sewing for here. Must make sure it go to another side like this so that it can match. Just cross it from here to here. Must make sure go to another side. Next would be from here. Wait, escape first. Right, from here to here, then it must be from here to the center, like this. Wait, no. Escape, then click. You still can choose edit. Now you can see it already crossed at here. You can move this point to some point that really suitable. Maybe from here. Next, free sewing again. This part should be from here to here. Done. Where else? This part must match to this part. Then you always need to check it again. This one's already out of the alignment. You must make sure it is at here. So just choose from here, edit, make sure this one at the correct point. Then now left one, free sewing from here to here should be matched to here. So now everything done. Back to the selections. From here, just make sure it is nearer to the body mesh. Do not be too far away from the body. Try to click here. Right. So Ctrl Z is to undo. So to avoid this problem, you just leave it higher like this. It will be better. Make it higher. Try again. Done. Once done already, you have to export the 3D mesh. Make sure you click and select this and hold the shift, click and select. Double select. Just select the cloth and export as FBX. So now I'm going to export as FBX. Click File, Export FBX. Here, click the desktop. Just create a new folder. For example, cloth 01. The file name, just name it as cloth 01. Save. You are going to export as FBX. Click OK. Now it is already exported as FBX at here. Next, we are going to open the Blender to make sure we clean all the mesh and plot the UV properly by using the Blender. So now I'm going to open the Blender. For today's latest versions, the Blender is Blender 4.2. At here, click the empty area, press A and press delete to delete everything. Then click File, Import FBX from the desktop, cloth 01. Import the cloth 01. Import. Now you can see it already imported. It will included the CC4 avatars body mesh. So next what you need to do is just delete everything. We only want the curve 01. So the rest, you just need this. Just Ctrl C to copy and right click the blender, open a new blender in a new window. Press A to delete and just paste this, Ctrl V. Now you can see we only want the mesh. The curve mesh, we only want this. So now this ones you can close it. Do not save. We already have this in a new blender. So the first step, we need to arrange the UV. But before that, just go to the material, go to the material, just delete the existing material because this material is wrong. Just delete it first. Just turn on the material. We are going to create a new one, a new UV. So at this moment, just go to the UV editing. Now, it's just now we know that actually you have two sides. One side is the front and another side is the back. So you move your mouse cursor to the front and press L, the L buttons. It is going to select the front parts. Then click the UV side, press A to select everything. Then the first step, just press S, drag a little bit, click, and under the resize here, make sure you change all to become 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Then click the empty area, press A to select it, move it to the center here. This is the front part. Next, move it to behind just by using the middle button. Click the empty area, move it to the back, press L. Now you can see this part is selected. So back to here, click and press A to select all. Press S to resize it. Click, resize it manually or change to 0.5 here, 0.5 here, also 0.5, enter. Move it to the bottom. Now, click the empty area, you press A to select all. Now you can see the front part and behind. This is another side. You can see, select in that way. This is behind, and this is the front, left and right. All the direction already correct. Left, right, left, alright. Here, behind, left, right, left part, right part. Okay, now press A. You can see this is the whole UV. You can just make it bigger. Press, okay, click here, press A to select all, press S to just make it bigger, and just select this part, just press L to make it lower. This one also press L to make it, press L to make it up a little bit. Now both are in scale, everything at the same scale, at the same UV map. Done. Once done already, at this part is at edit modes. Now you can see if you press L at here, you move it. Actually, the sealing, it is not sealed together actually. So at here, Ctrl Z, we are going to just combine all of these vertex together. So here you have to click the empty area, press A, and right click, merge the vertices by distance. Now everything are not separated. Everything are just bind together. All of these sewing points actually, all of the vertex already combined. It already becomes just one single mesh. Everything done in Blender. Next, back to the layout, click this. Back to the UV editing again. Click the empty area, press A, like this. Then under the UV, you have to make sure click the empty area, press A to select all. So again, At here, press A to select all. At here, click the empty area, press A to select all. Then go to the UV, export the UV layout as the image. Back to the desktop. At here, clove 01, name it properly, UV layout. Alright. So now you can see this is the UV layout. For all of these parts are transparent. We are going to create one more. So just copy and paste this. Copy and paste. Ctrl C and Ctrl V to paste it. This one, right click, open with the paint. Then you save it. Now you can see after you open with the paint, you save it, it will be no more transparent, and now you can just do some label. Here should be the front. The font size, I put it as 48. Here, I put right as front. Click front. And then at here, click, here I'm going to label it as back. This is just a sample UV layout. You can design it at here just by using this picture. You can color it, you can paint it as you want. So this is just a sample painting. Just use the photo editing software, the graphic editing software like the Photoshop, you can design your cloth, but this is just a sample, so I just simply scribble at here. Just some scribble, front, back. Orange color. So now I save this, you can see a really simple texture is already at here. We are going to test it in Blender as well. So now in Blender, the material I don't assign first. But so far, I just want to export as a mesh, but I will just save it as a Blender file as a backup. Just Ctrl Shift S to save it on the desktop. Name this as clove 01. And finally, we are going to import it into the CC4 to set it in CC4 Camera. So what I can do is just export as FBX. Click File, Export FBX. And here, the path mode, choose copy. Just highlight this. This is to in case if you already have a material texture inside the Blender, it is going to embed all the material texture inside the FBX file. I click Export FBX, it is going to export as FBX file. Next, back to the CC4. Now we are going to apply the cloth on CC4 3D avatar. So click Create Accessory as the first step. Create the accessory. From the desktop, choose the cloth 01. Now you can see this cloth is already applied in CC4 Camera. And then just double click it, go to the material, just make sure you take two sides. You can see what is the meaning of two sides because some of the mesh doesn't show at the internal parts, you have to take two sides. And go to here, scroll down, click, make sure the pivot point is at the center. Then we are going to do some adjustment to make sure it covers everything. Just make sure it go in front a little bit. Up. Okay. To make sure all the body mesh do not penetrate. And even with some of the penetration, just a little bit, later you still can fix it in edit mesh. So I'm going to show you all the steps. I prefer here, no penetrations. Here a little bit penetration, I can fix it later. So now we just want to bind the skin weight to make it become Camilla's cloth. Apply a material first, scroll up, the diffuse color. The diffuse map is at here, the UV layout, drag and drop. You can see just now, this texture is made by me. Everything is already here. Some of the penetrations, you can edit it first, scroll up. Edit the mesh. Then, under the sculpt, make sure it is extrude out, press Q, you can just fix it, fix some of it, fix it first, and where else? Here, press Q to just pull it out. No more penetrations, then stop editing the mesh. Done. Next is the transfer skin width. Click, then choose default. You are going to make it as a CC clove. Click apply. Now close. It already become a CC clove. We can test it just by using different pose, for example the A pose. Then we are going to check is there any penetration. If there are penetration, just edit a mesh to pull it out. Go to the scope, press Q to just pull it out, all the penetration, the mesh penetrations. Here, there are some penetration, press Q to just pull it out. Make sure no penetration. Go to the checking pose, just choose different pose. One by one, drag and drop to see is there any penetration. No penetration, it's good. For this one, is there any penetration? Nope. Alright. Alright. As long as you can see some penetration, just fix it immediately. So now I assume everything already fixed. Once done already, just stop, edit the mesh. Done. Then back to the calibration pose. It can be T pose. So now this one already become the CC clove. We can save it. Go to the custom. Then go to the clove. Under the clove, choose the shirt. Then make sure you already select it. Just save it. Name this as shirt01. Save. Now it already saved as a CC clove. You can apply it in any 3D avatar. To test it, you can just go to select other characters. For example, at here, back to the template, I will select another character, the clove character. I choose the CC4 Kelvins. I don't save the Camilla, just replace all. I'm going to test it on Kelvin as well. Alright, just use a new one, a new pose. Just double click it, select the Kelvin, and I'm going to test the CC clove that I saved just now. It's under the custom clove. Under the clove is under the shirt folder. It's at here, shirt01. I'm going to delete the CC4 Kelvin's dress first and drag and drop these shirts to test on CC4 Kelvin. Now you can see for any of the penetration, just go to the edit mesh. For any 3D avatar, you need to test it before you perform the 3D animations. Go to the scope to pull it out. At here, press Q to pull it out. Done. So we can test some animation as well. Just test the animation. Choose the animations, motions, templates, template motion, the human male to perform something. Maybe I choose the female dance. It's okay, don't worry. This is just a testing. Open curtain. Just drag and drop to test the animations. Actually, we are going to test the clove. As long as you see the mesh penetrations, just go and edit it. Just double click it. Edit the mesh until there's no penetration occurs. Scope. Pull, press Q. Right, we test the animation. Click edit mesh. Try to play and test. Alright. Now you can see this clove already become the CC clove. As long as you discover any penetration at any moment, just go and edit the mesh and pull it out a little bit. The more you do the edit mesh, the more perfect the cloth will be. So now edit the mesh again. Try to play again. This time should be no penetrations. Now you can see there are some moments there are still some penetration. At the armpit here, edit the mesh. This is the way to just make sure this cloth be perfect for any motions. You can test with a few motions. Right, try to play and test. Now, at some moments, this part, just test it. Just pull it out, all the mesh. Make sure every moments are perfect. Okay, now test again. No more penetration. Everything already perfect, even for this man. For any just a little bit of the penetration, just fix it. Fix it. In this process, it may take some time. Now, it should be better. Now this cloth seems already perfect. It fit for CC4 Kelvins. It fit for Camilla as well. As long as you update it, you already very sure that you fixed some problem. Then you should save again to replace the original. Just go back to the cloth, save as a custom cloth, a custom shirt 01. Just save it. Shirt 01 version 2. So next time when you want to use this cloth, just choose the version 2. Even if you switch back to CC4 Camilla, you still can apply the version 2. So now, I switch to Camilla again, just have a test, both female and male. Back to the templates. Go to the CC4 Camilla. Here, this is the cloth character. I don't save it, just replace all. Then I will just back to the custom cloth shirt. Then I undress this. That's with the shirt just now, and have a look. Now there's no more penetration. You can see no 3D mesh penetration. It is already become a perfect shirt. Alright, now everything done, and this shirt you can share with your friends. You can upload to Revolution Marketplace to sell it, etc. Because as long as you make it, you made the 3D model, it belongs to you, you have the copyright. Then this is your shirt. Alright, that's all for today about my tutorials on how to design any 3D cloth for your CC4 3D avatar, the character creator for CC cloth, just by using the Marvelous Designer and plot the UV properly in Blender. Finally, you can make your new cloth in your CC4, make it become a CC cloth, and you own the copyright. You have the cloth for your 3D avatar. And this is really a new cloth. Right, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you love my videos, tutorials, and sharings, if you feel all these tutorials and sharings are very helpful to your 3D modeling, 3D animations, and 3D game developing, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and also turn on the mini bell and select all, so that when next time I publish a new videos, tutorials, or sharings, you receive a notification immediately. See you in my next video. Enjoy! Happy 3D modeling, 3D animations, and 3D game developing. See you!